Hello and welcome to your workout today. We're going to go through a little bit of leg work and I'm then going to move us on to a little bit of arm and core work followed by some stretching. Before we start, what you need for your workout is either a dumbbell or a kettlebell. I'd also recommend a brick or a block from yoga. I've also got a strap. I can't remember if you've got a strap or not. So if you don't have a strap, don't worry about it. It's just something that is quite useful. Right, let's get you all warmed up. I'm going to start with your ankles. Bring your knee as far forwards over your index toe as you can. And I'm getting a lovely stretch onto the back of my calf muscle from here. And we're going to do a bit of a dynamic stretch here. You're going to come all the way over, bring your knee down to the ground, roll over your big toe, then bring your heel all the way up. I will show you from multiple angles so that you can see exactly what I'm doing here. Knee comes all the way over your big toe, down to the ground, heel comes all the way back, and then you get a lovely little stretch. You've got 5 of these on one side, and then 5 on the other, because we're going to be even. Now, you'll probably find that I forget what number we're on, so you might have to do a little bit of counting yourself as we go through this workout for you. And keep breathing. Okay, switching sides. Same again, knee comes all the way over your index toe, and then I'm getting a little bit more of a stretch, coming down with my knee towards the ground. Supporting myself with my hands as I do this. Nice. So grab your brick or block, pop it underneath your knee. Bring 1 foot forwards and 1 foot backwards, and I'm aiming to create a 90-degree angle at my knee and my hip. From here, you're going to lift the back foot up. I will turn to the side so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. So I'm lifting the back foot up. I'm going to hold onto my foot, get a small stretch over the front of my thigh, and then I'm going to relax, and then slowly with control, take your leg all the way back down again. We want to have that slow control of the hamstring working. This is a warm-up, so I'm going to bring that leg all the way in towards my bum as much as I possibly can. And then I want to squeeze my hamstring and then slowly let that leg go all the way back down again. We've got 3 more of these. And I can feel my hamstrings already really tired. This is not a good sign. So I will slowly bring my leg all the way around, down. Same again. And I'm trying to get that control to squeeze so that my foot comes into my hip. I'm trying not to let it go here. See how it springs? Or it feels like it springs all the way down. Right, coming onto the other side, switch the brick. So it's now underneath the opposite knee. So we're lifting up, get that lovely stretch onto the front of your thigh. Okay, really nice. And then you're gently letting go and trying to control the rate that your hamstring goes down, or your foot goes down, I should say. And this is all to do with control of your hamstring. If I could squeeze my hamstring muscle enough, I'd be able to bring my foot all the way into my bum. I can't, so my hamstring is not as strong as I would like it to be, or potentially the front of my thigh is too strong to let the hamstring do what it wants to do. And this is where I've forgotten the number that I'm on. 1 more. Excellent. Okay, so from here you can turn around, put 1 foot forwards, 1 foot backwards. I'm going to bring the block. I think this is potentially a better view for you. So I'm going to line the block up with my lower leg on my left side. From here, my hips come all the way backwards. I'm getting a nice stretch onto the back of my thigh. I come forwards and then I'm going to press into my legs and straighten my legs. Now nice and slowly bring both legs all the way down. Hips come backwards. I'm hinging, not rounding. Can you see my lower back isn't tucking under? I am hinging backwards. Pressing through your feet. Stretching. Nice strength here. Again, we've got 5 of these on each leg. Oh, my hamstrings feel really, really tight today. Yeah, I've written in big words, mirror. So, because you're doing a workout at home on your own, it's well worth getting either a camera or a mirror set up so that you can see what your form looks like as you're doing things. One of the most common things that I see is the arm, the back compensating for other moves. So we want to see that nice straight back whenever you're lifting. Right, I've done 5, so I'm going to switch. Forwards, step backwards, and then come onto the other side. And the things that I'm looking for are arches here, compensation through the rib cage. I want you to think about tucking your belly button in, being able to hinge backwards, compensation through your neck and shoulders, thinking about lifting up with your spine and making that work for you. So I've got my right knee underneath me, my left foot is hip distance apart. From here, hips come backwards again, straight spine. I've relaxed the foot out. And then I'm going to come all the way back up again, get a nice stretch onto the front of my right hip. It's a beautiful double whammy this one. That's only my knee. It's fine. It's not painful, just obviously needed a bit of adjustment. Keep breathing. Excellent. Coming sideways and popping your foot out to the side of your way. It's good to have some water with you, but I will give you breaks. So foot comes out to the side. From here, you're going to hinge backwards and then come all the way forwards again. And while I'm doing this, I am trying to keep my back nice and straight. So the side view looks like this. Hinging backwards. Ah, feels amazing. And then come forwards. You're watching for tailbone tucking under, arching, head and shoulders being drawn into your chest. So I really am focusing on sticking my bum up and keeping it up as much as I can. I'm quite fortunate, I've got a camera there and I've got also my mirrors to double check me as I do this. Hey, alright, so from here we can come all the way up, switch the brick onto the other side, knee comes down, rotate your foot, and then my other leg slides a little bit further out to the side. It's a little bit more tricky if you're on carpet. My hands are underneath my shoulders, and then I'm going to hinge backwards, and then come forwards. Hey, very nice. I think I've already gone wrong. It's not a good sign. It happens though, it happens. So, right. Okay, from here, you're going to come up to standing, and I want to get a little bit into rotation, a bit of shoulder and neck work. The first one that we're going to do is this. You're going to lift your arms all the way up overhead, rotate your body to the side, and then bring your arms all the way down. I'll try not to knock stuff off my shelves as I do this. Lifting your arms all the way up overhead, rotate your body to the other side, and then bring your arms down. This opens up your chest, and it helps rotation in the spine. Do you like that one? Really enjoy it. The next one is this. Hands at shoulder height. You're going to drift to the side, trying to get your rib cage to move. Come all the way back to standing and then drift to the other side, moving your rib cage to the opposite side. We've got 10 of these. You probably can hear me breathing. Vital. Okay, let's warm the neck up as well. So from here, you're going to tuck your chin in and lift your head into the back of my skull. As I do this, note that my head doesn't come forwards. I'm literally tucking my chin in and then relaxing. And I'm getting a bit of a stretch underneath my skull here. So you're tucking the chin in and back, a little tuck, and back, a little tuck, and back. Now we're going to get more of the neck involved. You're going to tuck your chin in, try and bring it all the way down to your chest. And then you're going to roll your head from one side to the other. And back. Go around. We can take this quite far back. We do want to use maximum amount of your neck as we can. I'm still in two minds about whether extension, which is that one, regularly is a good thing. Most of us live in extension, so I'm still in two minds about that. Okay, should feel nice and warmed up. We're going to go through some of the stuff that we did last week, but I also want to progress it as well. With your strap, if you have one, great. If not, don't worry, I've got an alternative. I'm going to put my strap halfway up my thighs. And the first movement I'm going to do is I'm going to do a crab walk sideways. If you don't have a strap, you can use a weight, that's not a problem. However, if you're using a weight, what tends to happen is the top of the shoulders round. Don't want those shoulders rounding, okay? We want them as straight as you can possibly get them. And I'm taking my hips backwards. See how far my hips have to go? Now from here, I'm going to squeeze my legs outwards, okay? And then from here, take a step. Bring the other leg in, take a step. Bring the other leg in, take a step. Bring the leg in. Now I'm going to go and walk the other way back. And I'm thinking, heel comes down, big toe down comes down, little toe comes down, transfer my weight, hold. Heel, big toe, little toe, hold. Heel, big toe, little toe. And then I'm holding as I transfer. I can feel this all the way through the outside of my legs. I'm getting a really good burn as I do this. I'm really into these at the moment, by the way. Just in case you weren't aware. Seeing a lot of people with a lot of injuries, knee, hip, foot, that are coming from the hip. This is the last one, all the way back. Okay, and standing up. Okay, the next one is you're going to do a monster walk. We're walking all the way up to the top of the mat and then back down again. We've got 4 of these. Again, if you've got a weight, brilliant. If not, then you can use a band. If you don't have a band, you can just use your body weight. From here, take 1 foot out, heel, big toe, little toe. Don't rush this. Now, can you see how my hip, really trying to get my right hip over my right foot. Don't let this happen before you try and scoop the leg in. Really do want to have the right hip transfer its weight over to the right foot. Then come back. You should feel the burn with these, nice and slowly. We're not going quickly here. Breathe. This is the second one. We've got 2 more. It's getting warm in here. Don't lose focus. Keep your hip coming over your foot. You'll thank me when you're 70. And you'll go, yes, got strong hips. There was no need for hip replacement. I think that's 4. Okay, I think it's 4. 30 seconds rest. You should feel the outside of your legs, and I'm also feeling my hamstrings. They are on fire. My core is having to work. As I'm in this crash position, I really am making sure my shoulders are not coming forwards. I have a tendency to live in this space. I like living here, it's comfortable, and then my back aches, and then I'm like, oh, it's not so comfortable anymore. Okay, right, second set. Hips coming backwards. We're going to do crab walks again, nice and slowly, warming your legs up. We've got 4. That's the first one. Or it's half the first one, I should say. So I'm focusing. Can't talk at the same time. Okay, monster walks. I'm going to show you what my back looks like in these as well. So I'm going to have to work it out. I think it's roughly over there. Right, so nice straight back, taking my foot out to the side, the other foot comes in, then I'm taking my left foot out, draw my hip over my left heel, and the other foot joins it. I much prefer doing this with a mat. I'm not quite sure if I'm really drawing my foot out to the side enough. I feel like it's a bit too, potentially a bit too easy. I don't know. Legs are definitely feeling it. We've got one more. I think so. As I say, I'm awful at counting reps. Ooh, legs should be burning. Actually, my arms are also aching. got one more set, 30 seconds rest, and then we're going to switch it up, do something slightly different, but still a little bit leggy. Okay, right, so weight is over your chest, hinging backwards, hips are going backwards, so you're taking a step out to the side, and then in. Actually, should I do these sideways? Maybe I'll do these sideways. So, feet facing forwards, take a step out, the other leg joins there. Take a step out, and the other leg. And it really is, I am trying to focus on stabilising as if I only had one leg here. That's the stabilising part. Breathing. So breathe a little bit like a car exhaust, I think. Quite noisily. I think it's good. Gives me a bit of focus. Okay. Last one, monster walks. Hinging backwards with your hips, taking a step out and across. We've got 4. These are the last ones, I promise. You should feel the outside of the hip, outside of your legs. Go wild. We've got one more. My left leg is going, no more. Oh God, it really is starting to burn. Excellent, well done. Right, safely pop your weight down. No need to have the band. We're going to move on. Pop that back on. Grab a drink. Got a convenient moment to have a drink. You're going to reassess the plan. Yes. Okay, so that works the outside of the hip. Now what I want to do is work on hip flexors. Know how you love hip flexors. And a little bit of hamstring work as well. So I've layered this just because I wasn't quite sure what level to put it at. So you can either choose the easier level or you can choose the harder level. It's up to you. You will need a weight for this one. The easy exercise is coming into split squats. You're going to have one foot in front of the other. Now, this is what your block is going to do. You're going to have the block on the inside of the front ankle, and it's to stop your foot falling inwards. Feet are both facing forwards as long as your hip allows it. If your hip doesn't, then the knee, the foot and the hip face the same direction as the knee. So if the knee wants to go out, the hip and the foot go out. Feet facing forwards. Now you're going to bend up one knee, or both knees in fact. Okay, come down and press. Okay, and that's the easy version of the exercise. If you want to take this a little bit harder, you probably need to change the weight position. Come down, knee presses, bring your knee in towards your chest. Try not to let your tailbone tuck under. Then take your foot all the way backwards. Both knees bend, and you're going to come up into a knee flexion as you do this. And we're working both legs, you've got 10 reps. I think that's 2. Last one. Very nice. Switching over onto the other leg. So right foot comes on the inside, outside of your block. Press your big toe down, little toe down, heel comes down. You can, if you want to, keep these simple and just do split squats. Okay, that's a split squat. Or you can join me and bring your leg up. Try not to knock the block over at the same time. Okay, I think that is 10. So the next one is a single leg deadlift, which I love. I absolutely love a single leg deadlift. But they can be quite tricky. If you are struggling with balance, do a hip hinge instead. The easy version is this. Your right foot is next to the brick. Your left foot, you're on your big toes. From here, you can hinge, okay, and bring your hips backwards. Just going to show you from the side the movement that I'm doing. So my right foot is planted, I'm on the big toe of my left foot, I'm hinging, and then coming all the way up. That's if you find your balance isn't great today. If your balance is great today, then you get to join me, which is you're going to lift your left foot up, hinge forwards, the left foot goes backwards, and I really am lifting my left foot, and I'm trying to create a straight line between my left foot, my left hip, and my left shoulder. So a lot of the time when I see single leg deadlifts, they go a little bit like this. Foot comes back, that's normally about 5, and then this happens as the person tries to reach towards the ground. I want you to lift through your shoulders, through your spine, okay, and lift the back of your leg, and then come up to standing. Okay, so we're going to do 10 on one side. And you can pick on my form later. That's my sweat. Last one. Excellent. Right, coming on to the other side, so right foot now. Again, you can do these with hip hinge, so right foot comes backwards, left knee is slightly bent, you take the hips all the way backwards, weight comes down towards the ground, you get a stretch onto your left hamstring. Back is always straight though, as I'm doing this. Nice little warm up, also lengthen my hamstring. So, if you're coming with me, we're going to do 10 single leg deadlifts on your left. level up again throughout these so you can choose what level you want to be at. If you want to grab a drink, it's a good time to have a drink. And the brick is there to help make sure you don't fall into it with your foot. Okay, so back onto the first one. I don't care which leg you go forwards or backwards with. My right leg I know is weaker than my left, so I tend to start with things that I know are trickier on my left leg and then move on to the right leg, but it's up to you. So you're either doing split squats or you're joining me, take the leg back, bring it up to your chest. Now extend, straight leg, bring your leg all the way backwards. Yeah, this is going to be a bit harder. I'm really having to control my core to make this happen. Make sure my tailbone doesn't tuck under, make sure I'm not going to roll through my lower back. Oh. Or kick over the block. Almost lost my balance there. We've got two more. Okay, if you have kicked your block over, put it back up again and change onto the other side. Right foot is up onto the block. So you're either doing some split squats, some 10, let's be specific here. Okay, or you're coming with me. Oh, this side's hard. I think that's 10. Right, single leg deadlifts. We're going back into single leg deadlifts. I'm going to make these slightly harder because I'm going to put a row into them. Which side? I'm going to start on my right because I know that my right side is weaker and it tends to go a little bit autopilot as soon as I get a little bit tired. From here, you're hinging forwards, lifting into your chest. Weight's the wrong side. Okay, so from here, hinging forwards, lift. Oh, having all sorts of balance problems. Lift into your chest and come up. I'm thinking, right, is my core working for me here? So I'm making these harder, okay, because it's an ipsilateral, it's the same side of my body working. Last one. Switching it over. Left foot on the inside, right foot comes back. I always feel so much more stable on my left side than I do on my right. Last one. Excellent, we've got 30 seconds rest. We've got one more set. Just checking time. All good for time, I think. Hopefully it's all good for time. Because I do want to get a little bit of core and arm work in. Although the next one does involve core and arm work. So hopefully should work out. Right, so we're going to work on a single side. Again, you can either come into any of the variations that we've done, or we can step it up a bit, which I always think is a bit more fun. So you bring your ankle onto the inside of the block. Whichever foot you prefer goes backwards, and the weight now is over your shoulder. Try and get the back of the shoulder working as well as the front. Bending your knees, bring your knee all the way up to your chest. Press overhead, bring the weight back down to your shoulder, take the foot back, and press. Notice I've got my other arm out so that I can balance. Two more. Excellent. Coming on to the other side. Right foot goes near the block. So taking my left foot backwards and bending. That's a good start. Kicking blocks over, but it's quite hard not to. Excellent. Last one for single leg deadlifts. So we're going to do a single leg deadlift. I'm going to try and demonstrate this so that it doesn't all mess up. Okay, so hinging. Should I start this side? Yeah. So make sure that you have the weight in the same side as the leg that's being lifted. From here, we're going to do a single leg deadlift into a row. You're going to bring that up to your shoulder. From here, extend your arm, extend your leg, bring your leg back in, arm comes back down again. You're then coming into a single leg deadlift. Row, up to your shoulder, leg goes out, arm, leg, back in, back down again. Three more. Last one. Right, switching sides. I'm so sweaty in here. Normally I have the fan on and it's just nuts. Okay, so single leg deadlift, row, up to your shoulder, press, extend, back to the shoulder. almost lost it. Two more. Whew. That was hard work. Okay, take a small break. Put a 30-second timer on the clock. And then we're going to come into some arms and some leg work as well. Hopefully. Arms and core, not arms and leg. I'm looking at the time going, right, okay. I've got 15 minutes left, so we should have enough time to do it. Right, I want to go into side planks. So a lot of people do not like me doing side planks, but it's an area that I see as normally not a strong area in most of our bodies, and so it's quite important to be able to strengthen the side of the body, strengthen into the shoulder. So I'll take this in levels. Just bring these out of the way. If you do find that your ulnar, which is like this bone here, is really, really sore, put a blanket, put a pillow, put something underneath it. I like the hand facing down. It's the anti-desk, okay? Or almost the anti-desk. The first level is this. Knee is down. Again, if you find this really uncomfortable on your knee, put a cushion underneath it. Foot is down, hips are raised. And then you might be able to take a hand from here all the way up overhead and then back down again. If that is really easy for you, you are going to place both feet down the end of your mat. You can either stagger them like this, or something that's quite nice is the top foot comes underneath and the bottom foot loops over the top. And then you can do a lovely little lift from here. You're going to reach through, try and touch the back of the mat, and then lift your arm up towards the sky, touch the back of the mat, and lift. So we're going for 10 reps here. Okay, from here, coming onto the other side, so the different levels are knee is down, forearm is down, hip is up, and then you are maybe opening your arm and back. Or you can place your bottom foot flat on the mat, top foot goes over the top of it, and then you're going to try and rotate, touch the back of the mat, and come all the way forwards. Excellent. So from here, we're going to do a little bit of a crunch and roll, which I quite enjoy. Feet are flat, nice tall spine, rolling all the way through your core, flat down onto the mat, head comes down, arms sweep overhead. And then you can either do a nice big swing, which will help you get back up again if you want the help. Or if you want to make this really more difficult, you're going to place the weight just above your hips, and then you're going to use your core to do the lift. And rolling all the way back down, core is working, arms sweep overhead. And then maybe the weight's a little bit higher this time to make it a bit harder on your core as you're doing this. You have 10 reps. The slower that you go, the harder this will be. You could also start to work on maybe doing this with straight legs. We've got 30 seconds rest. We have got another 2 sets to get through, and then we'll do some cooling down, I think. I think we've got enough time to do some cooling down. Okay, so side plank. Now, if this last side plank felt really easy, you can grab your weight, and we can do a nice arm opener with the weight as well. Notice your form on this one, because form tends to be a problem, and people go a little bit too heavy too quick. So it's better to have a lower weight than a higher one. Okay. So from here, side plank. You can take the weight all the way up, back down to the ground. And I'm trying to do control as I do this. So this weight is just on the verge of being way too heavy for me. I can feel it's not as comfortable as maybe 4 kilos might be for me. It's okay though, we'll go with it. As long as I can lift it and keep my form, it's all good. So shoulders over the top of my elbow. From here, I'm going to lift up. So those last 2 reps are really, really hard for me. But maybe they're easier for you, so you need to load up a little bit more. Okay, so doing those little rolls. So you can either have legs straight or legs bent. From here, you're going to come back, roll down, lift your legs up, straight legs, and you can lift into the seating position. last set. And then we're into stretching. So you should be feeling your arms, feeling a little bit of core, a bit of hip flexor work as well. Right, last set, here we go. I'm gonna stick actually. Stick and we'll see if this, I can do 10 reps with this last set. Okay, so coming into the side plank, don't mind if the knee is down or up. From here, you're lifting. I'm going to put a little bit of a bend in my elbow to help me lift this weight because it's getting too heavy for me. It's a good way of deloading if you need to. My elbow for that one. And switching sides. Okay, last one. Nice work. Right, so from here, you're coming down, either in those slow little crunches, reach overhead, coming back up, or you can join me. You're gonna roll all the way down, reach overhead, legs come up, legs go straight back down, and keeping my back flat on the floor. From here, chest comes up, into a seated position, all the way down. Arms come overhead, legs come up, nice control on the way down. Oh, got a bit that one. We are pressing. Awesome. Okay, so we have worked your body quite hard today, especially on the legs. And so I want to go through a little bit of stretching into specifically the back of the leg and also into the thigh. With your brick, place it underneath one of your knees, and then you're going to take the other foot all the way forwards. And I like to do a little twist with this one. It's an extra rotation, bonus points. You're lifting your back leg upwards. I just had a look in my cameras going, lower back is definitely getting involved in this. Just going to readjust my brick. So I've got that little arch. I'm going to take that arch out by lifting up with the front of my left hip. And I'm going to hold and breathe. I have a tendency to hold for about 5 to 10 breaths. Just looking at the time, it's probably going to be more like 5 rather than 10, but you can hold for a lot longer. going to switch legs. Right knee comes down, left foot comes forwards. All the way back up again, holding onto my foot with my left hand. Right hand is going over to the other side. Apologies, I'm going to turn away. Taking out the arch of my lower back by lifting up with my hip. Relaxing that leg all the way down, hinging backwards. Okay, nice little hinge backwards. I'm going to hold this while I can see that my tailbone's tucking under slightly. So I'm going to come forwards, straighten my back. And try and get back into the right position without my tailbone tucking under. Yeah, switching over. Coming over to the other side. Exactly the same thing. Come forwards to begin with. Relax out your foot. Okay, try and make sure that your tailbone is not tucking. Mine is a little bit. Popping a brick out from underneath you, we did a little bit of chest work. Come all the way backwards onto your heels, hands go out to either side, forehead comes down onto your mat. Trying to relax out the front of the shoulder, lower back, middle back, upper back. Sweeping your right arm underneath you, laying on that right shoulder, lifting your left arm up, pointing it over towards the ceiling as far back as you can, releasing the front left side of your chest. Come all the way back up again, switching sides. Left arm onto your mat, right arm sweeps all the way up overhead. Get a nice stretch onto the front of your right shoulder. Hands come back down onto your mat and sitting back onto your heels. I've got to go. If you want to continue stretching, please do. I hope you enjoyed the workout today, and I